right, guys, we are back. Welcome back. Welcome to the Ready, Set, Blow podcast. Got my man Brian Jesiolowski back on. New year. First episode I'm recording in the new year. Although you're going to hear one this week. Mike, I'll tell you, I recorded one was back in New York, so I gave you the week off. So no rush on getting this one out, bud. You'll be nice and lazy.
Awesome.
Got Brian back. Want to talk about his trip to Thailand.
Yeah,
but first.
Thanks for having me back.
Of course, dude. But first, it's that time of year. Everyone's got resolutions. My buddy Dean Gonzalez, who was on right before, asked me if I had any. And, of course, I have none because I have no goals in life. But what about you, buddy? Are you a resolutions guy?
I think that's like a goal in itself, right? My goal is to not set goals.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. That's my goal.
To not keep trying to find my purpose.
Yeah, not to. I don't want to disappoint myself, so I set no goals.
Right,
that's
exactly,
my goal.
Exactly.
My goal is to not disappoint myself.
Yeah, there you go. That's a big goal because I'm constantly disappointing myself. Hence the reason I've stopped drinking for a little bit.
For a few weeks.
I don't think I have like a set resolution. It's more like just be a little better at life. You know what I mean?
But I get it.
Stop spending money on ridiculous shit.
I also don't know why you need
as much.
I don't know why you need January 1st to do that. Like, any year is a new year starting today. Like, a year from today is a new year. And a year from tomorrow is a new year. Like,
100% fully agree. And the only issue with that where I would say the reason why is because there's so many holidays leading up to it, and then the holidays end. It's so hard to do anything better.
Yeah.
Because there's so much food, there's so much alcohol, there's so many parties, there's so much drugs, there's so much shit going on during these last 2 months.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks of partying and just guilt on the first. So that's why people fucking set resolutions.
And similar to what you just said, my philosophy is always, well, if you want to start something new for a new year, really your new year is your birthday.
That is true. Your new year is the birthday.
On your birthday. The problem is my birthday is like right before Thanksgiving. Okay. So I'm like, what the fuck am I going to give up and then just not drink at all during the holidays? Like, it's impossible.
But you've been out here a while. I mean, this town's like, they're all about, the bullshit, like the fake positivity and setting your goals and vision boards.
Right.
I can't tell you how many people I know in LA with a fucking vision board. A grown adult with a collage on their wall.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, get it fucking... Be an adult. Just do what you want. It's this fucking shit that, like, I want to have a jawline like Matt Rife, and I want to be on this TV show. It's like, maybe do something about it instead of just writing it down.
Yeah, you have to actually
instead of taking your glue stick and gluing it on a fucking poster board.
My vision
like arts and crafts.
My vision board is the For You page of Pornhub.
Yeah. Here's my visions for the year. I want to do these things.
Right. You have to take some actual action. I think people don't realize that. Like, everybody wants to manifest and things, and I believe there's.
You have to have,
but you have to take steps.
You have to have an idea in mind.
Happen.
You're like, I think this would be cool. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it pops into existence.
Right.
You got to do something.
Your vision board should actually be in your brain all the time. Yeah. And you should be working towards those things.
Yeah, for
the scary thing is now everybody's vision board is their explore feed on Instagram.
It really is.
So it's like, this is what I've been looking at: titties and fucking cheeseburgers.
Yeah. Although there is something to be said for, like, anything written down or tracked, you do see better. Like, they have tracked that. But I think people's goals are part of the problem. It's like, I want to be, a movie star. It's like, all right, that's an outcome, not a goal.
Right.
Your goal should be, I want to do one live play this year and one scripted series this year. Like,
right.
They should be
specific.
Yeah.
And also,
I want to be rich. That's not a fucking goal. That's a dream.
Way, right?
A goal is I want to save money. I want to build a retirement account, and then you become rich by happenstance.
That's a good point. There's a difference between goals and dreams.
Yeah, exactly. A goal has to be fucking specific.
Right.
And all too often I see this, like, everyone, even myself included, when you have what you think is a goal in mind, it's so far down. It's like, I want to be a famous comedian. It's like, all right, that's my goal should
Start
be
with going to an open mic.
I want to headline 10 shows this year. Like, something fucking achievable.
Right.
I want to weigh 150 pounds and you weigh 300. It's like, dude, start with, I want to lose 10 pounds this month.
Right.
And then worry about it, and then worry about the next goal the next fucking month.
It makes it so much easier.
Do not set a goal so high and so far away that you're going to be discouraged on getting to it.
And dude, like you said, so many people are vague. It's got to be a little quantifiable, and it's got to be somewhat more realistic. Yeah. And specific.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was reading about that a long time back. I think in like the 4-Hour Body or Tim Ferriss book or some shit. Mm-hmm. But one, the measurement thing is true. Like, just buying a scale and weighing yourself every day, on average, people lose like 3 or 4% of their body weight just because the constant checking keeps you conscious of what your weight is. Whereas if you're never checking your weight, you're like, I'm just getting fat and don't even know it.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too because I'm like, fuck, I gained like 20 pounds in the last 2 months.
Oh yeah,
Thankfully,
I
I'm
gained 15 pounds and take it off.
I'm like
in the
6'7", so you can't really tell. But like it's sort of, but I can see it.
Yeah.
I feel it and I see it. I remember one time I was like, I gotta check my body fat. I go into this gym that I used to go to years ago, and I asked the dude that works there, and he was in really good shape. I go, do you have like a thing you can measure, check your body fat percentage here? He goes, nah, bro. I was like, well, how do you check it? Do you ever look at yours? I just look in the mirror.
I'm sure that's your shredded.
I was like, all right, get fucked.
Yeah, exactly. But the other thing they said in that is like about setting the goals like specific enough and achievable enough so you don't get discouraged. It's just make them simple and easy. I read in the book, like literally, like someone was like, I want to go to the gym at least 3 times a week for 15 minutes at a minimum. And that sounds like you're not going to get any results.
Right.
But what happens is just when you just get in the habit of every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I go to the gym at 7:30 in the morning. You start working out longer.
Right.
The
You're
results
not just going to be there for
and you get
15
excited
minutes.
about the results, so you go even harder, right?
Right.
So fuck 15 minutes. I'm doing a half an hour. I'm doing 40 minutes. I'm doing an hour. Like
It's,
so, it gives you something
building that habit too.
Yeah, posting a W, man. It's like fucking. That's why I make my bed every morning. There's a fucking great video on YouTube about that. Some admiral was like addressing, the Naval Academy graduates about the importance of making your bed. It's like, you start out with a win.
It's true.
He's like, and even if your day sucks,
Jordan Peterson says that shit, right?
And even if your day sucks, what I love at the end is like, even if you have a horrible day, when you go home at night, at least you go home to a made bed.
Oh yeah, it feels good too.
Like, all right, like my place isn't a fucking pigsty.
It feels good to come back to. Yeah, it's an interesting thing and people talk about finding motivation to do things. The more you start realizing, like, it's not finding motivation, it's building habits that make you do things over and over again, finding the consistency. So you have to make these fucking
That's
habits
everything,
to do
dude.
things.
Fucking, I mean, it's the old saying, hard work beats talent 10 times out of 10.
It's true.
It's just if you're diligent about it and you keep doing something. That's the thing. It's just getting into forming a habit, right? And we all form habits, good or bad.
Right.
But trying to form more good habits than bad habits and not breaking them. Because once you stop a habit, it's hard to get it back going again.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's one of those things. There's like an inertia in life. Like if things are moving, they'll keep moving, and if things are stopped, you're fucked.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like it's very difficult to climb out of a hole after you've been drinking for 2 months and not going to the gym and trying to get back at it. You got to do it step by step.
Exactly. So speaking of climbing in and out of holes, Thailand.
What a fucking segue. That was perfect.
Yeah, I'm a real pro.
I just lobbed that one up for you.
Climbing in and out of holes.
Holy shit.
So when did you go? Because you were going right after you were last on the podcast, but I don't know when what dates you were.
When did I go? I went the November 12th to like the 24th, I think. So I was
you did a good 2 weeks.
12 days, close to 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I went to Thailand, I went to Bangkok, then Phuket, then went to Singapore, then went to Manila in the Philippines.
Okay, you touch off at the Philippines.
Yeah, so I crammed a lot into like 12 days, which I wish I would have like either only done a couple cities or gone for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I've been to Bangkok. That's fucking wild.
It's fucking nuts. So I got a friend in Bangkok and another friend in Manila.
Oh, is that what you call a lady girl?
Yeah.
Or lady boy.
I made some more friends too.
Dude, it's the hottest city I've ever walked in, like in terms of temperature.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone walks around with that V-shaped sweat stain on the front of their shirt and the back.
It's unreal.
Because it's just, I couldn't believe how many, the traffic, there was like 3 layers of traffic, if I remember.
It's crazy.
There's like the local streets, and then they have like a road above the local streets, so it's like an express lane, and then above that they have their train.
And really the only way to get anywhere like within a decent time is to get on a fucking motorcycle or a moped.
I did that a few times, which is fucking incredibly dangerous.
They have them like Ubers.
Yeah.
And
you call them up?
It's called Grab.
Oh, really? So I was just flagging them down because they're all over the place.
You can, but it's more, it seems so much easier. So you grab one, but now my fucking tall ass is hanging on the back of this fucking moped with
holding on to the guy?
5'4" dude behind me. I was like, is this what's going on in here? So it's wild, but it wasn't as hot as I thought, but like it was humid as fuck, which made me just want to go into a massage parlor every 5 minutes because it was nice and air conditioned in there. You know what I mean? May have hit a few, but it's neither here nor there.
My favorite part about in Bangkok is we were like walking down one of the party streets or whatever. There's it's a bunch of bars.
Oh yeah,
and they always like this all of them have fights going on in it, like Muay Thai fights.
Yeah,
like in the back, like there's always like some 2 random dudes punching each other.
Yeah,
but they like a lot of times you'll see them like advertise the type of music they play, and it was like a hip hop bar, and they just decided to say black music.
Dude, they
black
don't give
music.
a fuck. Yeah, that's
wow,
all.
right.
Okay. Cutting to the chase.
I get it.
Yeah, all right. There's no Eminem in here. Okay. Yeah, it was a fucking scene, man. Jesus. I
So
don't
which of
even
the
know where to
towns did you
begin.
like the most?
Honestly, Singapore was
Singapore,
the
okay.
nicest, and just because it was fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
the women
so
were
clean.
beautiful. It was so clean. Like, granted, you can get executed if you smoke a joint.
I was going to
but,
say,
you know,
yeah, spit gum on the ground. I heard they beat you. over there.
yeah. You get that's the thing. They don't even sell gum there. I realized.
Really?
But, yeah, it's wild. But it was so fucking nice. Like everything, the food there was amazing. The women were beautiful. It was a scene.
All Asian chicks, or is it like
No,
international city?
it was a good mix.
Seems like an international city.
Yeah, it was a good mix. Speaking of that, the interesting thing, like before I went there, like people are obviously giving me advice, and I went with my buddy Joe, who does a lot of food content. Shout out to Food Travel Toilets. Go check him out.
Food Travel Toilets.
Food Travel Toilets. Yeah, we're filming a lot of content. Different, like we went from Michelin star restaurants to like Michelin star street meat. Yeah, it was fucking dope. So all these people were giving us advice when they go, oh, 2 white guys over there, they're going to love you. You're going to be like an exotic bird. Girls are going to be all over you. It's not fucking true. There's thousands of old white dudes over there. With
the word is out
hotter,
on
younger.
Southeast Asia.
It's like, and I feel like it's been out. Like, I don't understand why people are saying that. I'm like, I'm an average dude over there. Yeah. It's not even a big deal. Yeah. That was fascinating. But I mean, as far as like being able to pull women or do whatever you want to do, that's more prevalent, I felt like, in Thailand and the Philippines.
Yeah, well, Thailand is well known for that.
So, for sure. Singapore is more like, it's a little more high-end.
Yeah, it seems like high-end business travel type shit.
Exactly. A lot of rich businnesmen there.
Yeah, rich businessmen avoiding taxes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when I was in Thailand, I actually ate some of the street meat, which was fantastic. Mm-hmm. But they also have those vendors that like sell like roasted bugs.
Oh, shit. I didn't eat any
roasted
of those.
bugs.
No.
Oh, dude.
I went to a market and ate a bunch of like fucking octopus and weird seafood and shit, but no bugs.
No bugs.
Did you eat some?
Oh yeah, the only thing I wouldn't eat, they had cockroaches, which I was like, I can't.
What the
because
fuck?
New York City cockroaches, it's a filthy sign. It's like having rats in your house. But there were some friends, and they were like, I bet you won't eat it. I'm like, it's a fucking cricket. I mean, they eat them.
It's a lot of protein. Yeah.
I just ate it. It tasted like nothing.
Yeah.
I ate a scorpion.
No shit.
A scorpion.
Well,
that was
they
wild.
fry it?
Yeah, they like
is it breaded?
Yeah, no, they don't fry it. They like just grill it on like an open fire.
Oh shit!
And it tasted like a burnt potato chip.
Damn.
And they leave a little stinger on, so apparently this thing isn't as toxic as others. But they're like, oh, it'll give you a little tingle in your mouth, and my mouth did tingle like. You ever like bite into like the center of a pineapple? It tastes kind of like that little tingle on your lips.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
What city was that in?
That was in where were we? It was Pattaya. In Pattaya.
Oh yeah, somebody told me about this place, Pattaya. We didn't make it.
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
But that's pretty crazy too.
I mean, dude, it was crazy how cheap it was. I had like my own like villa. We like rented. We were like, oh, let's go to this place. This place looks nice on the beach.
Yeah.
Right, and because we flew to Bangkok and we knew we were going to Pattaya, but we hadn't set up our travel like where we were going to stay because we were there for like the same thing 2 weeks. We're like, oh, we'll just play it by ear. We found this place, and first we got like a hotel room, like big enough. It was like a 3-bedroom suite for like me and my 2 friends, and that was cool. But then like we walked by, I'm like, oh shit, they have like these little private villas, like. I wonder what these go for. Yeah. It's like 80 US a night. Like I have my own private infinity pool. I'm like, let's get fucking 3 of these next to each other. What are we doing?
We all got our own.
So we got 3 of them.
Yo, seriously?
Yeah, like the next night we were like, can we upgrade to those, the 3 of those? I'm like, yeah, no problem. Like,
see, that's the shit that'll make you like move there. Like, why am I living?
What am I doing?
Yeah, I could be living like a king over here.
Earth.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah. Dude, we went into like a fucking bar / strip club / brothel.
And like that's the thing. That's also another thing about third world countries. Every bar is a strip joint and a brothel.
Right. It's crazy how quick it happens. They're just pushing it on you.
Well, the bartender will tell you like
4,000.
The girls in heels. Yeah, the girls in heels are working. The girls in flats are not. I'm like, what? I didn't know that was the rules. Like, yeah, everybody knows that.
These chicks just had numbers on them. Like, I was like, hold on.
Like deal or no deal?
82. Yeah. No whammies. No whammies. Yeah. It was wild.
Like contestants on The Price is Right. They have a little name tag and a number.
It was wild. You're just calling the madam over, like, let me get 43 and 69. Both of them, bring them. She's like, oh, 4,000. I'm like, 4,000, fuck that. And then I'm like doing the calculations.
What is that? Yeah, what is that?
Like $20.
Yeah, $28.
Yeah, I'm terrible at math. So the whole time I'm trying to calculate shit, I'm like, that sounds like too much. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you go to a ping pong show? Those are popular.
No, everybody told me about this.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, I heard.
I mean, why would you want to see a girl shoot a ping pong out of her vagina? What was weird is I saw a chick fucking... She consumed a goldfish with her vagina and then shot it back into a little goldfish bowl.
Get the fuck out of here. That's impressive.
That was worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
But yeah,
did anybody eat it afterwarty?
Oh God,
that would have been the move.
Well, who knows if they served it in the kitchen? For Christ's sake,
bringing a sushi chef, he sliced it up
like a Benihana's. They just make
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like the donkey shows in Tijuana. It's like, why would I want to see a woman get defiled by a horse?
Dude, I don't know,
That's
man.
so strange.
It is, but at the same time, it's like, well, I'm never going to see this again. So
Well, that's
I
why
should
you
probably,
do it. It's what you do it. And like I said, the pink punch, I'm like, this is just some old lady with a smoking out of her vagina, which was disgusting.
Yeah, she was old.
I mean, she was probably like in her 40s or 50s.
Yeah,
You know, I was probably.
I mean, it does take years to
10
develop
years younger than I
that.
am now. I was 10 years younger than I am now. I'm like, I don't want to see this.
It takes
old
years
broad.
to develop that talent.
Yeah.
There's no 20-year-olds. Trust me, there's no 20-year-olds doing that
22-year-olds
shit.
that kind of muscle control.
Right.
Yeah,
You
got to do 35 years of Kegels to get that ready.
She was like in Tibet in a monastery learning that shit.
Can you imagine she had like a weight training system? She just like hangs there's like a little like a tampon. She sticks up herself, and then to the string she ties a kettlebell.
Swinging that shit with her hips.
Doing hip thrusts with a kettlebell.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, man. Now I wish I would have seen it.
Yeah, now I'd pay to watch her work out. I don't need the show. I want to see her routine to get ready for this.
Right.
You know, like what
And then it goes through your head like, oh, what if I slid in there? Like her kung fu grip, how fast could she make me come?
Well, yeah, but also she could probably like put like wave action on it.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, some shit I never
Because you have to have
felt
control to be
before.
able to suck up with it and then spit out.
Yeah.
So you got to have that kind of ability to control the
So if I bust a nut, she probably just spit that right back in my urethra.
right into your mouth.
Right.
Snowball you.
Is that a term?
Snowballing.
Oh shit! I've never snowballed. I almost snowballed myself by accident one time.
Please tell that story.
I was just jerking off and I wasn't paying attention and it just shot up.
With your mouth open?
Well, yeah, you lean back. Got a little too excited. I didn't think I had that distance in me. You know what I mean?
Backed up.
It was like a few weeks. I was like, oh Jesus, that's dangerous. I got a long torso too.
Yeah, it's really one of those asymmetries that I participate in. I won't make out with a girl if I came in her mouth, but I certainly will after I go down on her. Like,
for sure. Yeah.
Like, I'm going right to her face.
I've done that too.
But if I bust in her mouth, there is no way I'm putting my mouth on hers.
Okay, so what's the statute of limitations off that? Say like after that, she brushes her teeth, you go to bed, you wake up in the morning, then no?
Oh yeah. Of course.
All right.
Of course. Yeah.
Once
Like,
she'll
like
clean
I'm
it
not gonna
up.
like kiss her right after she swallowed my load.
Right.
You know, but if we have something to eat, she brushes her teeth.
Yeah.
All right. You know, it's
So
you know, it's
So it's the
not-
hygiene thing. It's not a mental thing for you.
No,
Okay,
okay,
good. All right. I'm in the same boat.
I mean,
All right.
every girl's had some dick in her mouth, and I've kissed them. You know, like whether it's mine or someone else's or both, probably both. You know, like,
Dude, speaking of, this is the crazy part. So we're in this brothel in Thailand, right? And we've got these.
the opening line. That's what this brothel in Thailand.
So I got these. Speaking of fucking other people
What
beforehand.
did you cop to? Because a lot of guys will go there and be like, "Oh, I didn't go to a brothel." It's like, what the fuck did you go there for?
Well, dude, I wasn't.
Why the fuck did you go there?
So it wasn't my intention. I was going to go see it and check it out. So I'm with my buddy who lives there, and he has a girlfriend now. So he's like, I got to show you this place. The street is called Soy Cowboy, and it's just
Soy Cowboy.
through the whole thing. Like it's just every bar is like I said, it's
Yeah.
a brothel
They have
/ strip
regions
club.
like that. Yeah.
So he's like, we'll just go in there and hang out. And you can touch the girls and feel on them. We'll have a few drinks and hang out, and they'll just ride up on you and whatever. So we get in there, and these two girls hop on us, and we're all hanging out. And he starts arguing with the madam, right? Like he's like, he goes, dude, I got her down to this much, and he's yelling at her like he knows half Thai.
He talks
He
Thai?
knows a little bit, but not much, and she's speaking
boy
a
knows how
little
to talk
English. So he's like, I got her down to this much to get these girls to leave with you if you want to take them. I'm like, well, I don't even know how much that is. These girls I'm all over these girls. They're fucking smoking. And
Were
they're
they
like,
Asian?
They're like, yes.
Okay, because I don't know if you're the Asian chicks, but it is Thailand, dude. They have, I mean, they bring girls from all over the world.
Oh, true.
Word
Yeah,
is
yeah,
out.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I went to a few bars and they had, like you said, the bars are just also brothels at all times.
Right.
And you know, they told me, you know, the bartender was like, yeah, the girls that are working are in heels. If they're a civilian or they're not on the clock, they're in flats. Like,
That's
and everybody
fascinating.
knows this. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like,
It's
this
just-
is like the rule.
Right,
in
that's
Thailand.
the standard.
And dude, they had like all sorts of Eastern European chicks. They're like, yeah, the money. And I was just asking him, like, why the fuck are you over here? He's like, well, not everyone likes Asian women. The good money's good.
Fair
Like,
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I
a
saw
lot of Ukrainian chicks.
I saw
to be fair, I mean, this is
more-
years ago before the war started. So
I saw more Eastern Europeans in Phuket. Actually.
yeah. Well, I was in
They
Pattaya,
were all
a ton of them in
partying
Pattaya.
over there. Yeah, it was good. They were hot, but they were all with like super rich Persians.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I'm not their type. They seen enough. They seen enough of
Yeah, I'm
me
not
over
their
there.
type yet until I accumulate enough funds.
Exactly. So these chicks, anyway, I'm feeling up on them. Like we're having a good time, whatever. And I'm like rubbing on the one's nipples, and she goes, "Ow, ow!" And then she's like, my buddy's like, you can touch him wherever, like it doesn't matter. I'm like, you sure about this?
Yeah, I know the rules
I
in
started
American
rubbing a
ship
little
joints.
bit,
That ain't fair.
but she kept going, ow, ow, and I'm like, why? You're 20 3 years old.
What's wrong with your nipples?
And then it hit me. This girl probably fucked like 15 dudes earlier this
just
day.
Bit those things
somebody
off.
bit on her nipples. Somebody probably fucked with her pussy. Like it was. I was like, this is sad and scary.
Yeah,
I'm like 27th in line.
And you hope the rest of them use condoms.
Right. Oh, yeah. You gotta hope.
You just hope. There's no guarantee.
No, they're very adamant about the condom use, though. They were all about it. Even,
of course, they don't want to lose a good worker to a disease. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
It's a cash flow problem if they do that.
Of course,
you know? It's not about the woman's health.
It's economics.
Yeah,
exactly.
They want good quality inventory, not damaged goods. You know what I'm saying? You're not buying the dented can. You know?
Right. She gets pregnant. She's out for what?
Yeah, in 8-9 months at least.
I was going to say like a week, but you're right. She can charge.
Week.
I was going to say those 8 months. She can charge
until
more.
Water breaks. She can't work.
Think how much she could charge for those 8 months before, though.
Oh well, there are guys that have a kink with that, which is a strange
imagine.
kink. You know, what I mean, amongst all the kinks, that's got to be the weirdest one. But that one's like, oh, I want a woman who's like actually breeding. It's not just about the sex. Like you're into the childbirth part of it.
Well, that's kind of almost pedophile.
Yeah, right.
It's a little too close to the kid.
Unborn baby.
My buddy whose wife was pregnant, this was years ago, said he's like, dude, it was like a completely different vagina. It felt fucking amazing. I'm like, that's wild.
Well, I'll tell you what, their jugs get bigger.
Yeah, that's
swell
for
with
sure.
milk, which is a nice.
Yes, swells
but
with
then when
milk.
they deflate after the baby sucks on them, it's not.
Nah. That's when you need a good surgeon or something. Have you ever tasted breast milk?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It tasted like really, really watered down milk. It was flat.
Really? I heard it was like sweeter.
Well, I looked it up. It has essentially almost no fat, but I think it has more sugars in it.
Tons of nutrients.
Yeah, tons of nutrients.
Is it keto? Can I do it on keto?
That's the thing. I don't think American breast, like human breast milk, rather.
American breast milk.
Human breast milk. I don't think it matters by nation.
Yeah,
Well, that would be interesting. What is
the
difference in quality of breast milk across nations?
Oh my god!
No, but it's like really, really low in fat.
The Asian breast milk has like a hint of soy sauce in it. Like, you're just picking up. You can saute your vegetables and that shit.
Yeah, Mexican breast milk comes with jalapenos.
Yeah, make a little leche de tigre sauce with it. A little coconut milk. Holy shit!
It is weird when if you're fooling around with the girl and it's like like it easily occurs to you like you're playing with a nipple that some other guy was involved with earlier.
Yeah,
because I had a weird experience. The first time I ever left the country was in college. I went on spring break to St. Martin down in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And we went to this great strip club down there. It's still one of my favorites. I haven't been there. I don't even know if it still exists there. But it's called Platinum Club. Mm-hmm. And all gorgeous. They flew them all in from Europe and South America. So we got friendly with the son's owner, who was a French guy, because the island's half French, half Dutch, and this strip club's on the French side. And he's telling us, he's like, we bring them in, we'll get a bunch of girls from, Eastern Europe, Ukraine, the Czech Republic, blah, 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 some girls from Colombia and Venezuela and Cuba, whatever. Yeah. And we do we own 3 strip clubs, one here, one in like the Dominican Republic, and one in like Ibiza. And we just cycle them through each.
They just bounce around.
So they do 3 months in each, and then they get 3 months off, and they come back. And that works with their visa because you have 90 days.
Yeah.
So like they bounce, go back home, re-up their visas, and they go bounce.
Oh, they're playing chess.
Yeah, exactly.
They figured it out. Yeah.
But one day we come in, and it was like our second or third night. We would go there at the end of every night because it was always open latest, which is one of the real joys of strip joints. It's always the last place open, serving booze. No matter the bar closes at 2, the strip joint closes at 4. You got 2 more hours.
Yeah. That's when they make their most money.
Yeah, you're gonna pay through your ass on those beers. But if you
they're banking on desperation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we got down there, and a girl we were speaking to, we had met the night before. We go up, and she's got a little mouse under her eye. Like she got someone like hit her. Like, what the fuck happened? She goes, "Oh, I'm new here." What? So I guess she broke some rule, and one of the bouncers just straightened her out. And she said it like, no, that's just what happens. Yeah. I'm like, well, what? She got pimp smacked by the bouncer. Damn. I'm like, oh my God. That was a real dark night in the strip club. I'm like, I don't know if I want to support this. They're hitting these women? Like,
yeah.
But it's like, fucking hell, dude. But that's the reality of life. But she didn't seem to mind. She was like that. To her, it was totally normal.
Right.
And it's one of those things that like.
Was she Russian? What was she?
Yeah, she was.
Czech or something like that?
She was like Slovakian or some Slovenian, like Trump's wife or whatever.
She was brought up.
Yeah.
Hard times.
High cheekbones, and an AK-47. Yeah, man. But it was that kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, but so they all have numbers. Do they have a little symbol that you know if they're a man or a woman or if they're trans?
No, that was pretty obvious because they were pretty much naked.
Oh, okay.
There was, and these two that I was like talking to were really hot. I probably wouldn't have done it if they weren't as attractive as they were.
Because you can't being over there. I mean, like, you know, one, the surgeries are getting real good. I mean, we talked about it last time.
Oh yeah,
they're getting real good. You know,
Yeah.
and they're all gonna get better. But I already feel like it's hard for me as a Westerner to tell the difference between like an Asian man and a woman unless I see they have tits.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're both very hairless. They both have long, straight black hair. It's like very hard to discern. So it's like, fuck, man. If I was into Asian chicks and I was over there, I'd be grabbing balls by accident all the time.
Dude, let me tell you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh fuck. Like, I really like this one. Now there's a cock here. Like,
Right. Nice to meet you. Let me just. All right.
Yeah.
So I almost got.
Oh no.
So here's what I realized. Like in Thailand, it's a little easier to tell. I could feel because the higher cheekbones, broader shoulders, just their faces are bigger. They have more masculine features, right?
Yeah.
We go to the Philippines, and I'm in Manila, and we're out, and there's beautiful fucking women in Manila.
Yeah.
And I see this girl looking at me and my buddy, and we go over and start talking to her. She's a fucking smoke show, right? She's probably like mid-20s. I think she was like 23 or 24. We're talking. And we're vibing. I get her number, this and that, like whatever. She ends up going back. I was trying to. She was like, you know, I was like, what are you doing right now? Let's go back. She's like, no. But tomorrow I want to fuck you. If you're gonna be out tomorrow,
okay,
let's fuck tomorrow. I'm like, dope. Let's,
great. Oh,
we got to set up already.
In some ways, that's better than the night of because it's like, oh, I got the rest of tonight, and I know tomorrow I got something. Right.
Yeah. I can still.
I line up tomorrow, and I got the rest of the night to go find something else.
Exactly.
That's actually a plus.
I got something in my back pocket. Right. 30 minutes later, she's back. She texts me, "Hey, so I just want to let you know I'm trans." I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you respond or just leave it there?
I was like, I just go, thanks for letting me know.
And that was it.
That was it. We ended up texting later on, just catching up. She was cool as shit, right? And so my buddy who lives out there, who's dead sober, was talking to her. I go, yo, you're not gonna believe this. I'm ready to jump off a bridge. He goes,
I'm into it.
He goes, no, he's like, holy shit, no fucking way. I'm like, dude, you're the sober one, and you live here. Yeah, he goes, I couldn't even tell.
Fooled him, yeah.
Fooled him. I was like, all right, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, not that she fooled him, he just didn't know.
Right.
She was honest with you, to be fair.
She was honest, and like, which was great. Yeah. She was like, so you still coming over tomorrow? I was like, yeah, what time? No.
Now, here's a question. Would you let a trans person blow you?
Oh.
Right? Because think about this. If she just took you back and washed your piece and never told you,
I guess,
and never answered again, you'd be like, I got a blowjob from a really hot Thai chick, a really hot Filipino chick.
I probably would know.
And you wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, I guess so. I
guess when you put it like that.
You put it like that, yeah, how would I know?
Right. Now,
but at some point, I would have been like, all right, let's just fuck. And then I would have found out. And then I would have been like, fuck.
No. Would you let them do it even if you knew they were trans?
I don't think so. I think out of principle, I would be not even principle. I would.
It just shifts something in my mind.
Well,
I feel like
that's what I was gonna say. I'm
the
like,
attraction goes away. It's like finding out a hot girl's your cousin. It's like I still don't want to fuck with her. Like, no matter what. Like
it's like, well, this isn't real in a sense of I don't know. I mean, it's real, but it's not like. How can I even put it? Maybe it just changes my whole perception of what's happening. Yeah, I guess you know what I mean. And just like I'd probably start questioning my identity as well.
I equate it to that though. Like if fucking Megan Fox, you know, as hot as she is, if I found out I was related to her, I wouldn't want to fuck her anymore. You know, like, I'd be like, right, that's weird. You're like, it immediately becomes weird in my head.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Which was why I'm always so like put off by that. When some of these like super lefties are like, oh, you know, you don't want to fuck a trans woman, you're transphobic. It's like, well, gay guys don't want to fuck women. They don't hate women, right? Like, it's just not what I'm into. Like, you can't.
We all have preferences, right?
Why are you judging me like that?
It's the same thing as women who won't fuck somebody under 6 foot.
Yeah,
I have these standards.
Or whatever.
I don't like
whatever
blonde
you don't
women.
like.
I'm not into blonde women. It's the same thing.
It's
but
like calling you racist for not liking chocolate ice cream. Yeah. It's like, no, I just don't like that flavor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. It's not my thing.
Yeah, it's not my. It's other. I don't say no one should have chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't should ban fucking chocolate.
By all means, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and knock yourself out. More for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was a fascinating thing to realize. Like then I was just questioning everything, and I said it to my friend. I go, I'll be honest. You know, Manila's got the hottest dudes I've ever seen. Like I gotta admit,
Manila's got the hottest dudes I've ever seen.
Hottest dudes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Oh,
pretty wild.
Here's a crazy question for you. You ever seen like sure you're on the internet. Have you ever seen like the old wrestler, the former wrestler, Chyna's enlarged vagina, well, enlarged clitoris from all the steroids she took?
No.
Oh, I'd say pull it up, Mikey, but don't get us banned on YouTube.
You can find it. Did she do porn at all, or did
she used to? She used to
before wrestling?
No, after when she was trying to hold on to some fame.
Yeah.
So she took so many steroids. She was fucking jacked.
Yeah.
That testosterone and male steroids will enlarge a woman's clitoris.
Yeah. It's essentially
for those
the
who
same
don't know,
organ,
your
right?
penis, a clitoris is just a small penis. Like,
exactly.
The labia form the balls. The penis, the clitoris forms a penis like in the womb. Like it's essentially the same thing. So it looked like a little dick.
Whoa.
But she had like a regular vagina underneath that little dick.
Yeah. All right. Well, would you?
Yeah, that's the question. Like, what's the difference between Chyna and a trans person at that point, or a hermaphrodite for that matter?
Right.
Like, I mean, she's definitely a woman.
Yeah.
But is that little penis going to put you off? Like would you? I guess the question is, would you fuck a girl with an enlarged clitoris or a trans person with a really small penis?
6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
Yeah,
right?
which way you going there, pal?
But here's the other question: like, if you're trying to get her off, are you rubbing it or are you stroking it?
Great question. Yeah. Yeah, is it enough to
can you get a little
stroke on that?
Yeah, what do I do? Do you stop in the middle? Like, how do I operate this here?
Yeah.
Like,
See, I think you just go all anal and just dismiss the rest of it.
Wow.
Just go mouth and anus. That's what I do.
That tells me you would fuck a lady boy then.
Yeah, I don't check for their genitalia. It's anus and mouth for me exclusively.
Okay.
So boy, girl, trans, fuck it, whatever.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, holes are holes.
Right. You got a mouth and an asshole. I'm fucking.
Oh, shit. Wow. Bold statement. Now, what if pregnant mouth or asshole?
Yeah, see, I think I go to have sex with a pregnant woman up to a certain point. Like once, like you could see the baby move.
Trimester, yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna poke my dick in someone's house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little. All the baby sees is my dick coming at it. Like
oh my god! Talk about childhood trauma.
Yeah, but apparently, married women get super horny and shit.
Yeah,
that's
the thing. I had this idea years back. Me and my buddy, we used to go to a lot of strip clubs back in Philly, and I don't know how it came up, but I was like, yeah. Delilah's was the one. Shout out Delilah's. We got to a point where we were just going to this place like 3-4 nights a week, and my buddy was
3-4 nights a week.
Yeah, because they had great food too. So sometimes
it was the buffet that really brought you in.
No, they cooked like a steak there. Sometimes we'd go out and just eat and smoke a cigar, say hi to some people, and then leave.
Yeah,
and go out to an actual bar.
That's cool because some towns the strip club's just a club.
You go
to places like Oregon, I guess in Philly, you get a meal. Dude, I went to one up in Calgary. It had the best fucking food in the town.
See, it's
great.
In
the dining room, there was like a bar before you can have a cigar and order appetizers. But the dining room was in the main showroom, and they had private rooms behind that.
Yeah.
So like people are just eating, like regular people just eating dinner. And a girl comes out, does a little strip show, and then goes
completely
back.
naked.
Yeah.
These girls were only topless.
Well, I think they're allowed naked, but not in the dining room.
Got it.
So they could be naked in the bar and in the back. But in the dining room, they had to have bottom because you don't want a pube in your fucking.
It's classy.
Yeah,
it's a
you
classy
don't want a pube
joint.
in your lasagna.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's true. Dude, we got so comfortable.
Well,
with this
now there's no
place.
pubes, but back in the day, there would have been a pube problem.
Yeah, it would have been a problem. They're coming back allegedly.
Yeah.
I guess. Dude, we got so comfortable at this place. I remember my buddy who graduated with like an accounting degree was like doing accounting for some of the dancers. He was doing their taxes. I remember one time we went in there and just to catch up.
They weren't
like,
paying. They were
early.
just fucking giving a tug.
It was probably. I have no idea. Yeah. This one girl sits on my lap. You know how they're usually like very greedy. Like, do you want to dance
or
what?
Pushy.
Right? Yeah, they're a little pushy because they're about their money.
Yeah.
So one girl that I knew sits on my lap. She just starts telling me about her day. How's your week going? This and that. She starts picking her nose as she's sitting on my lap. And she goes, okay, babe, I'm going to go make some money. Didn't ask me for shit. Just goes and gets a dance for someone else. I'm like,
want the rubber boogers on your chest?
Way too comfortable here for these girls.
So did you know this girl before?
Yeah, because we would go in there so much.
Okay.
Like I dated one of the bottle service girls there for like a year.
See, that's the move. That's the move at strip clubs. That's one of my moves. You hit on the bartenders because they're not strippers, but they're attractive.
Right.
And most of the other guys are focused on the girls with their tits out.
Yeah.
But the girl behind the bar is,
and
she's attractive
and usually hot.
Yeah, and she's not stripping.
Exactly.
So she's not like really hooking for money.
Exactly.
So it's like,
she's not as busy. Bottle service girl. It was interesting though. Like we had a good relationship, but like the sex was interesting because like she didn't want me to go down on her for whatever reason, and I would try to talk dirty to her, and that wasn't even anything like crazy dirty. Like it was just like, how's that feel? Do you want this, whatever. And I remember her telling me, "Can you just be quiet?" And
So she want the fucking sign, so she like you going down on her?
So yeah, so I asked her about it later. I was like, "Do you don't like this?" She goes, "Listen, I hear this all the time from guys at work that it's such a turnoff when you whisper something in my ear like that." I'm like, "Whoa, that's fucking wild."
It feels like work.
Yeah, and it creeps her out because these are old, like disgusting dudes.
But do the guys also want to eat her pussy at work? That's crazy.
It's a great question.
That's crazy.
I'm sure they did. They probably would have, but
only one girl I've ever dated, and I dated a lot. Was not into guys going down on her, did not want me to do it. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I dumped her. I was like, that's so fucking weird. Like, what is that about?
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. But I enjoy it, so I was missing out on that.
Yeah.
But it's also like, what is she? There must be something that she's not telling me.
Right. What is your hang up?
Yeah, what is the hang up here? Like,
what happened in the past?
You need to work on you. You know what I'm saying? I obviously need to work on me.
Or what's your pH level down there that you're trying to keep me away from?
It's like fucking dead fish.
Oh, God. That goldfish. He's going to fire a goldfish out of that thing. I'm like, oh, now I get it.
Yeah. Dude, one of my favorite moves at the strip club, and I don't know if they still do this at this club. I think it still exists in New York, called Flash Dancers.
Yeah.
Great club on
42nd. A lot of Eastern Europeans in there.
Yeah. When I was there, I had a lot of South American girls, Colombians, Costa Rican
I hadn't
girls,
been there maybe like 15 years. I don't know.
Yeah, probably the same. I used to go there a lot when I was living in New York, being a banker and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But a buddy of mine put me onto it. So they have these ladies, these massage girls that go around and give you a massage like a little folding chair.
Yeah.
And for like, they're like, oh, well, 3 songs is like $20. It's like, 10, 15 minutes.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. So if I get you for the hour, it's $80. It's like $200 an hour for massage. Like a good massage in New York. I'm like, fuck this. I go there. I wouldn't pay for a single lap dance.
No.
I drink whiskeys and have her just rub my back for 2 hours.
No, that's the best scenario.
I give her a $40 tip. I'm coming out of there. I'm literally paid like $160 for $400 worth of massages.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking great.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah,
they have those at Delilah's too. I'm like, this is great. I can eat a fillet, get a massage, and like I don't even have to get a dance.
Yeah, and those girls you can hit on because they're not working.
Of course,
they're not looking for drug money or whatever else is
but
going on.
Yeah, I had a thing going with one of those too.
Yeah,
like it was great. It was very casual. It was fun. It wasn't anything.
I don't know what that is. Why do you think that is? That like the fact that a woman will take her clothes off or have sex with for money. It's like it does, at least in my mind, it does bring down the appeal of them a little bit. I don't know why that is.
1000%, because it ruins the thrill of any sort of chase. Even though we're paying money anyway, taking them to dinner, getting an Uber, paying for a babysitter,
I think you're right.
Like whatever.
I think it's the transactional nature of it.
Yes,
the fact
exactly.
That she doesn't, that you don't know she wants to be there because you're interesting.
Right.
You know she's there because you paid her.
Exactly.
It's like, ugh.
That's it.
I want her to want me. Like in a lot of ways. I mean, that's most of I think my sexual attraction to a woman. Like if she's into having sex with me, I'm turned on. It's like, whoa, she bought it.
Like,
whoa, she fell for that.
You're like, yeah, I still got it.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm basically fucking my own ego.
That's a great way to put it.
It's like, Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit.
Like, that's why I never understood. Like some of these fucking Hollywood, guys who caught up in the Me Too movement. It's like, what? Like, you like drugging these girls? Like, well,
it doesn't make any sense.
It's fucking weird. Like,
right. The drugging thing is obviously fucked up and it's crazy and it makes no sense to me either. The thing that I did understand is like the Derek Jeter thing when you would you're basically paying for silence.
Oh,
and I'm sure Derek Jeter didn't do it all the time, but just in general, I'm using him as an example.
Yeah.
You're paying for the,
Well, you don't want to become a store. You don't want to become a notch on their bedpost.
Exactly.
It's like because they don't go around. Look, I just fucked Derek Jeter and just take pictures of his apartment.
Right.
Now everyone knows where the fuck he lives. Like all this shit. Like,
exactly. You're paying for the convenience of it. You don't want it in the news. You're paying for
to actually just have privacy, like any of us would have.
Right.
You're essentially paying them for the privacy.
That makes sense to me. That's the only scenario where I could see like, all right, I could just throw it out there.
He used to do one of my favorite things. This came out when I was still living in New York. So he was still on the Yankees.
Oh, I think I know you're.
Yeah, he would hook up with girls, and then in the morning, he'd say goodbye to them, and he'd have a car waiting downstairs, and in the car he would have a gift basket full of like treats and drinks and Pedialyte, and he'd have signed memorabilia. Which from him is worth tens of thousands of dollars.
That's the best
He'd
part.
literally give them a Derek Jeter fuck gift basket.
Yeah.
And if there's that's got to be the classiest thing a dude has ever done.
It's so good.
He would throw them out, but it'd be a private car.
Yeah.
With a $10,000 gift basket with $10,000 worth of shit in it. I'm like, this guy's a legend.
What a gentleman.
All right,
what a gentleman.
I was like, fucking women should be thanking this man.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone should be like, you should be more like Derek Jeter.
Yeah. Right.
Like, don't just get me an Uber. You know, like
Right.
give me a fucking Pop-Tart and a bottle of water.
You
Asshole,
got the
something.
money,
You know, like,
something.
little snack. on the way
Right.
out.
Here's the question: what did she do with that signed baseball or whatever it was? Did she give it to her son?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, fuck Derek
Or
Jeter, or
father.
did she throw it on
Hey,
eBay?
look what I got for you, Dad. How'd you get it?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Worked really hard for this.
Let him throw it on my ass. What?
Yeah. Nothing. Just another Derek Jeter home run. That's all.
One more to his
just
career.
a notch on the old belt.
Yeah. What would you put in
Yeah.
your gift basket if you?
God, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
As I said, I'd go with some snacks. You know.
Yeah, definitely,
drink.
definitely a little snack.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what would be a good parting gift that really says who you are.
This is a great question.
Right. I'd probably put some weed in it, drugs.
There you go.
I'm a
Okay.
pot smoker. I give some.
Yeah.
I got plenty of that lying around.
Yeah, maybe a little
little-
massage,
a
maybe
couple
some
nips.
massage oil,
Yeah,
some mushrooms.
even better. I'll give her a little, like you give like your fucking high school girlfriend. Here's one coupon for 10 massages. You come back and redeem it anytime you want.
There's a Groupon in there. Yeah. It's an IOU.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome,
Oh man. So what do you got coming up in the new year, brother?
dude. A lot of
Got
travel
your back. All right, really?
for a
Work or
job
pleasure?
that I dislike.
I got to work right after this, buddy. I got
pleasure.
fucking New Year budgeting season. I'm on finance. Fucking mayhem.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
I know. Working. I mean, and I'll say this. This is probably the first year since I've been back working full time, because before last year I didn't start working. So I started working, in like May of last year. Before that, I had no job for like almost 7 years. Yeah, I took my
That's a
30s
life.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nice. But now having been back and this, it's nice that like just like the flexible work environment, like this whole fucking you go in the office or not makes the transition a little bit easier. But no matter what, man, it punches you in the fucking face the first day of work after
Oh, it's brutal.
the holiday season.
Yeah.
And your boss has got a fucking hard on to do this and that. You got to do.
Everyone's
we gotta start
circling
Q1
back.
strong.
Yeah,
circling
everyone's
back.
circling back,
How
touching
about you
base.
circle jerk each other to death?
Right.
Fucking
Jesus Christ, man. I can't wait. I was looking at equipment in my apartment, like for my job, because I have a small place and this stuff's building up. My laptop, I'm like, I can't wait to get this shit out of here.
Equipment.
It's just like.
What kind of equipment?
It's like laboratory equipment.
Oh, so you do medical stuff. So I'm like,
yeah,
why
yeah.
the fuck do you have equipment?
But like it's.
I was like, but why do you have that? Oh, you have like samples.
Because I don't
in your
have,
apartment?
samples.
okay.
I don't
was like,
have
why
a,
the
I don't have a
fuck?
garage. You know what I mean? I don't own a
I
home
do.
in LA.
Dude, I work for a company that sells green fertilizers and shit, and I have
shit.
a box of that shit in my house.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me
I'm
ask
going to
you
ship it
this.
up to my friends who can grow weed with it. Apparently, it's really good for that.
There you go. Let me ask you this: do you feel like since you've been doing it more, like this sort of corporate thing, even though you're working from home, it's like a hybrid thing? Do you feel like it's like killing your creativity at all?
Yes. Well, because it just takes time away from things.
Right.
But at the same time, I realized because I was after the pandemic, we were all strapped for cash. Fucking people were hurting,
Yeah.
especially comics.
Yeah.
So getting rid of that concern was
True.
but that concern was hampering my creativity. Getting rid of that concern hampers your creativity. But at least I have money.
Exactly.
At least I'm
That's-
paying the fucking bills. You know what I'm
Same.
saying? Like
I have
so it's like
way less stress financially, but I'm like, all right, now I'm too tired to like do this, or I'm out of town to audition
Yeah.
or get on stage, and like I need to get
yeah,
better
you have to
at-
make sacrifices for both. I mean, that's
Right.
look, life is a fucking series of sacrifices.
For sure.
Do I want how much of this do I want to spend so I can do this, or how
Right.
much time do I want to allocate to this, and now I can't. Do
There are
that.
no solutions. There's only trade-offs.
Yeah, exactly. It's a
that's
great
kinda
quote.
what it
It's a
is.
great quote, and
Yeah.
that's really it. I mean, the nice thing is that because I made it clear I used to be a consultant, and now I'm going full time with a different company, but I let them both know. It's like I do this on the side. If you guys have any
Yeah.
problem with this, tell me now because this isn't going to work.
Oh, good. You're
and I'm
very
gonna
honest.
if I need, like I said, I have a call with my boss later because we have a big meeting to prepare for tomorrow. I said I can't do it from 3 to 5.
Yeah.
I got a podcast.
Well,
Okay.
fuck yeah. He
That's
should
it.
understand that. It's a Sunday.
Yeah, but
But-
even during the week, like if I got a fucking show or if I
Yeah.
got to fly somewhere for a gig, it's like that's
Oh, that's
what it is.
good. Yeah. See, mine's flipped. Like this new job that I have is like it's the priority.
Yeah,
And now
well,
I have
that's
to,
the thing.
now I have
I
to
let them know
figure out-
going in, so like if you hire me, this is what it comes with.
Smart.
I'll work on Sunday.
Yeah.
But on Thursday, I'm flying out to fucking wherever Cleveland to do a show. Nope.
Right.
Yeah,
See, I don't think I would have.
like,
That's smart. I wouldn't have got my job if I'd have said that though. They were like, all right,
Once again,
where's your
but it also
priority?
helps that both those jobs came from personal friends that knew I was sitting on my fat ass.
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
they knew I was, an accomplished corporate guy.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're both startups, so like, he's
Oh, that's great.
if we can get a talented guy for a decent rate because he's not doing
Yeah,
shit.
as long as you're handling your
I mean,
business,
trade-off, yeah, So it helps, and that is a big part of it too, man. I mean, just liking what you do makes a fucking huge difference.
Right.
I mean, think about it. We love comedy. It's still probably definitely a net negative for me in terms of financially,
for sure.
But it's still totally worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas I was making fucking gobs of money when I was at a Wall Street investment bank, and I was like, you can double it, and I'd kill myself still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the no amount of money is worth this.
It's soul crushing.
Yeah.
after
Well,
a
I
while.
mean, look, I always say, companies pay you just enough not to quit, and you work hard enough just not to get fired.
Oh yeah.
And
Nobody's putting in 110% at a corporate job.
And if some place is handing you $1, $2, $3 million a year, they're going to get their fucking money's worth.
Yeah.
No one's working 15 hours a week making $3 million a year unless you're, some mega celebrity who has royalties coming in from your music or movies or whatever. But like it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
There is no fucking free lunch. Like Adam Smith said. Dude, I knew fucking partners at an investment bank that, 2, 3, 4 million. This is 10, 15, almost 20 years ago.
Damn.
And I got fucking. They got 4 kids in college. They're paying $300,000 a year in tuition, right? They got this house. Their wife wants this. They got all this money. They can't. They're basically working rich people. They could not stop working.
Yeah.
Because they have to fund their lifestyle.
They got so
and the
much
company
shit going on.
took a pound of flesh out of their ass every year, just driving them into the ground.
Right.
It's like. I feel like rich people, like those that marry and are children to rich people, get to enjoy their money. The rich don't.
No.
Yeah,
it's a good point. You're too busy making
your
it.
ex-wife and your kids enjoy your money.
You
are miserable.
You've already upped your level of your standards and your lifestyle that you have to keep trying to afford it or keep getting better.
Yeah, well, your measuring stick moves, right? I mean, like, you start hanging out with other people with boats. Now I got to buy a fucking boat. If I keep hanging out with dipshit losers, like, oh, I'm doing great.
Right. Yeah, right. It's that old story. You ever hear the story of Antoine Walker going to the casino with Michael Jordan?
Oh, no. I mean, they're both legendary degenerate gamblers.
Yeah, for sure.
Legendary degenerate gamblers.
The problem is Michael Jordan was probably making, $100 million a year, and Antoine Walker was probably making like 4 or 8. I don't know. Maybe more than that, but still not Jordan level money.
Yeah.
So he's out there gambling with him, and he's losing like tons and tons of fucking money. And Jordan probably is too, but like he just lost maybe half his net worth, and Jordan's like, this is a drop in the bucket. Like, you hang out with the people, you're not on that level. You might be eating the same steak, but you're not at the same restaurant.
And at some point, I feel like there really is diminishing return on that. Like the difference in my mind, the difference between 100 million and $1 billion is not worth the work to do the extra 900 million.
No.
Like if I got to 100 million. Like I said, I've said it before on the podcast. I'll never know what it's like to be a billionaire because I'm stopping at 100 million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
the fuck am I gonna? What the fuck else do I need?
I have the same
bigger
thought
boat
about
to ski behind. Fuck that.
about like people like that. I'm like, do you guys just don't want to like take a vacation for a long time and like be done? Yeah. When are you ever done? You're never done. That's a different mentality because I'm the same way as you.
Yeah.
If I get to that level, I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, that was actually not to quote movies, but that was Wall Street 2 was pretty terrible compared to Wall Street 1, but it was fine. But the one line that was great is Shia LaBeouf asks Josh Brolin's character, "How much is enough for you?" And he answers, "More."
that is good.
More, and that's what those people who are worth $200 billion more. It's like Jeff Bezos should have fucking long been. And he could hire a CEO to run Amazon and retire, but he just doesn't.
Sure.
Like, what is your problem, dude?
Like, I guess it's a thing where most of us are like, oh, I'd rather be doing something else. Like, even just traveling and eating food everywhere as something else. Those guys, all they want to do is build a business.
But that's the thing.
Thing.
Those guys who get to that level like what they do. I feel like you cannot get to that level unless you enjoy the thing.
True.
Like, they asked Warren Buffett 1,000 times. He's like, what would you do? He's like, I go to work every day. Even if I don't get paid $100,000 a year. He's like, I love my job.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, and that's part of the reason I made all this money is because I loved what I did. If I didn't love what I did, I wouldn't have made the money. Like, I would have fucking burned out of this a long, long time ago.
Right, or you wouldn't have put in the work.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. All right, dude. We're almost close to an hour. Let's get to a little news.
All right.
Oh, we got some real doozies.
There's really nothing going on.
Oh, don't worry. I find things.
There's so much weird shit happening right now.
This is just great. Actually, I'll save that one to the end. So it says, younger people are becoming more miserable than older generations, according to global research on happiness. A recent global health report reveals that younger generations, particularly millennials and Gen Z, are experiencing declining mental well-being. The World Happiness Report of 2024 highlights that life satisfaction between individuals aged 15 to 24 has significantly decreased since 2019. Less than 40% of people under the age of 25 are satisfied with their life.
Yeah, they're all pussies.
Yeah. Well, here's the corollary, though. I found this article, I swear to God, 2 minutes later. Majority of U.S. teens are not drinking, smoking weed, or marijuana. They're down from 75% in 1997 of people under the age of 25 had smoked marijuana or drank alcohol in the last year.
I bet
in 2024 it's down to 39%.
I bet they're having less sex too.
Yes, that
Guaranteed.
we talked about that before. Yes, less sex. No wonder they're miserable.
No shit.
No sex, no drugs, no alcohol.
What are they
What
doing?
the fuck? Yeah, the only thing that's gone up is
Creating content.
Yeah, exactly.
They're creating content.
Yeah, trying to be influencers, not living life.
Yeah.
You know,
That's, seriously, what are you doing?
But which is weird because if you're depressed, people turn to substances. These kids are depressed and anxious and turning to nicotine.
That's
vapes.
an ironic
But that
thing.
doesn't do anything for you. You know, it doesn't get the you know.
I'm sure, like,
say what you will about alcohol and drugs, but they've really beat the shit out of depression and anxiety.
They do.
Yeah, I mean,
Or at least
obviously
help you forget
the
it for a
side
little
effects
while.
are horrible for you.
Yeah.
But they work.
They do
That's
for a
the
little
thing
while.
about alcohol and drugs. They fucking work.
Right.
Like they do what they say they're going to do.
Are we counting psychedelics in that drug department?
That's the only psychedelics gone up, but such a small percentage of people do it relative to drugs and marijuana.
I would understand
liquor
that
and marijuana.
is why people aren't drinking as much anymore.
Yeah.
But all of it together doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. If you're unhappy, you would think it would lead to wanting to get out there, drink, socialize with your friends,
Right.
smoke weed. But all those things are down. Socializing, drinking, and smoking weed are all down. And happiness is down. It's like, well, the correlation is fucking perfect.
Yeah,
like the
it makes-
percentages line
it
up
makes sense.
exactly.
I don't think people are living real life anymore is what it is. Obviously, social
Yes,
media,
that's a
obviously
big
people are just
part
in their
of it.
phones. More people playing video games.
Yep.
You get paid millions and millions of dollars to play video games now.
Yep.
Which, nothing wrong with it. More power to you if you figured that niche out.
Yeah, but we're social animals. You got to,
Right.
and not social online talking with a random headset.
Yeah.
You got to, when we were kids, you knew where all the boys were because their bikes were laying on, like out in front of the meeting spot.
Exactly, exactly.
You just go out and do something.
And before then, you were only comparing yourself to the 3 or 4 other boys in your
the
group.
biggest thing. Yeah.
Now we're comparing ourselves to 90
Every
million
human on
people
Earth. Yeah, every human on Earth.
in our phones. And comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes, it is.
Look at
Absolutely.
that 2 fucking quotes that I
I
stole
know,
from
killer
somebody
quotes
today. I'm
from
crushing
fucking
it.
Jesiolowski. This is fucking interesting, and it sounds true to me. Women reach full emotional maturity at 32. Men reach it at 43, according to a study.
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah, a study commissioned by Our World UK Community shows big differences in emotional maturity between genders, revealing that women typically reach full maturity by 32 and men develop at 43. The research found that 80% of women perceive men as retaining child behaviors, such as a penchant for fast food and video games, well into their adulthood. The study also shows that women often assume the role of primary decision makers in relationships, with many feeling the need to frequently prompt their partners to act their age, quote unquote. I mean, one, thank God it's 43. I got 2 more years left to be a fucking infant.
I'm right there. I'm
Oh,
like, am I
thank
supposed
God.
to be mature now?
Thank God.
Like, what am I going to do?
But also, like I said, playing video games, excessive playing video games is wrong, but it's like, yeah, guys play video games and you fucking do your nails. Who gives a shit?
Right. What's the difference? Also, it develops good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
there's
good for surgeons. I've read
there's
that.
benefits to it.
But but the fact that 80% of women perceive 80% of women, which means nearly all, essentially, except for the 20% that are lesbians,
Yeah.
retain childish behaviors. And the idea that, what really struck me was that they think of themselves as the primary decision makers in the relationship. I've never been in a relationship with a woman who can make a decision on anything.
Yeah. So
Have you?
how
I mean,
does
I'm
that
not
work?
trying to be a dick here.
No.
But you know,
it makes sense.
and to be fair, making choices is hard. You know, like that's the thing. Like that, I've talked about it before. There's something called the paradox of choice, meaning the more choices you have, the harder it is to make a choice. A simple
For
choice.
sure.
So if you have A or B, it's easier to choose than
Yep.
A through E. But it's always hard for anyone. It's hard making decisions.
Yeah.
But I've never met a woman that was like just constantly
Very
I
decisive.
have the answer. This is what's going on. You know, it just never.
No.
Never. Fucking any listeners, even the women listening. When was the last time you told your fucking man what you want for dinner? Right? What do you want? I don't know.
Or just cooked it and said, "This is what we're eating. This is what you're having."
Or just cook the fucking shit. The women can't cook. They don't.
Because are we going to care if something just shows up? We're like, all right, this is what I'm eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look,
Really not.
and like I've done it in my relationships. I've told women in relationships, like, look, I'll take care of the decision, but if I'm asking you for input on the decision, I want you to tell me what you want.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to come to you unless I specifically want your decision.
Right.
your
Make
input
this
on it.
easier on both of us.
Yeah. So if I ask
and
you,
tell me something.
you have to give me an answer. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna I'm not gonna casually ask you. Like, I'm gonna say we're having this for dinner. right? But if there's something I want your input on, and I ask you and you hem and haw, I'm going to take that as disrespect.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you now, if I'm asking you for input, it means I respect you and I want your input.
Exactly.
And you not giving it to me is disrespectful back. You know, I just straight up tell them.
So here's my question about that thing. How did they develop that metric? Did they ask men and women when they think they became mature?
Yeah, exactly.
And also, how many women were they asking? Or is this some biological thing that they were testing the cells and the mitochondria in your body to say, oh, these developed mature?
That's a great question, because if it's self-reported, you know women are lying.
Right. Yeah, of course I'm more mature than him. He's playing video games. Right.
Yeah. Ironically, though, that's kind of those two ages are kind of when the attractiveness curve crosses for men and women.
Yeah,
think
that's
about
true.
It, right?
Yeah.
32, 33. I mean, women look great, probably about 35.
Right.
And then it's kind of, not to be sad, ladies, but it kind of falls quickly. Whereas men, you know, if you're keeping your hair, not getting fat, you can look great well into your 50s.
Yeah, it's also sort of when they're both looking to settle down as well.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, later and later these days, but that's right. So, like, men are emotionally mature at 43 and are probably looking pretty good. And women are fucking falling off their cliff at 32.
Right.
So I would suggest, ladies, you know, finding yourself a nice early 40s man.
Perfect.
Like me. If you're
Right
in
there
your
with you,
mid
buddy.
20s,
I'm peaking at 43. Apparently, I'm at peak maturity level. Right, I'm prime.
because senility sets in.
Because I still have childlike qualities.
In my
that'll
mid
keep
50s,
you-
I'm gonna go Joe Biden on and just fucking forget where my shoes are. All right, I say my favorite for last. Texas prevents people from owning more than 6 dildos. Now lawmakers want to ban sex toys at Walmart. Yeah, let me read that again. Texas prevents people from owning more than 6 dildos. Now lawmakers want to ban sex toys at Walmart. Now, I'll say this. I didn't know. I learned of this last year because I went to a Walmart when I was visiting some family out in the Carolinas or Virginia. They do sell sex toys at Walmart. Like, you're just walking down
I had no idea.
Like their pharmacy aisle.
Yeah, in Texas.
No, this is Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
They had like butt plugs and vibrators. I'm like, what? And what? And my first thought in my head is like, oh, Amazon's got them shook, son. Because Amazon sells everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, God knows how many billions of dollars a year in dildos they're selling. Like, Walmart's like, yo, we got to compete. We got to bring the fucking dildos in here. You know?
So I got questions. Like, is this 6 sex toys at once, or are they monitoring?
Great
and you're
question.
like, okay, 3 years ago
is
you
it
bought
6
2
dildos?
of these.
Do butt plugs count?
Yeah,
Is
anal
butt
beads
plug a
are
dildo,
different,
right?
Is that a different? It's like a Schedule 1, Schedule 2 drug. Like, all right, this is a Schedule 1 sex toy. You can only have 2 of these.
Exactly, dude. No, it says Texas lawmakers are considering a bill to restrict the sale of sex toys in general retail stores, including Walmart, Target, and CVS. Republican Representative Hillary Hickland introduced HB 1549, which would limit the sale of such items to sexually oriented businesses like adult bookstores and video stores. Violations of the law could cause $5,000 fine per infraction. Hickland emphasized the need to align retailers with family values, stating parents do not consent to their children being exposed to obscene devices while shopping for toothpaste.
Oh my God!
First of all, the retailer aligns to shareholder values. Fuck family values.
Give a fuck.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. I feel this is.
Oh, so you know how families start? Fucking.
Yeah.
A family value is fucking.
Is fucking.
Yeah.
You should both be getting primed.
Yeah, should be a
and
lot
ready.
of fucking.
She needs this to get herself ready. So
you get wet enough for me to put a child in her.
Exactly. Here's the thing, too. This is Texas. I feel like this might result in a lot of accidental suicides. Women are going to be at their 6th dildo and they need another one. They're going to just use their husband's shotgun. Just all of a sudden that shit just goes off. Now we got bigger problems.
Dude, it made me think. It's like, wait a minute. So you can only have 6 dildos. Does that mean in Texas you don't have to register your gun, but you do have to register your dildo? Is there somebody keeping track of registered dildos in Texas?
Is there serial numbers on these dildos? So they're scratching off the SKUs.
Yeah. The next mass killer is going to show up with a bag full of dildos.
With scratched off serial numbers. Oh, shit. Oh my God!
Who the fuck is keeping count?
This is crazy, right? How are you getting registered?
They can't keep track of guns. They're keeping track of dildos out there.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild, dude.
Jesus. That is fascinating.
I know, dude, and there's a lot of good state laws like that. Maybe I'll do that. It's sort of a little
state
segment
law.
of the podcast.
There's some
weird
weird
state
ones,
laws
dude.
at the end of every podcast.
Dude,
man.
there's
That'll
some
be my
weird
first quarter
states.
thing on
Yeah,
the podcast.
this is-
Here's a weird
I
state
like-
law you didn't know about.
I like this. There's some fucking states that the age of consent is really low.
I was talking
That's
about
a
with
scary
Jeff
one.
Zenisek a few weeks back.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking dark, dude.
It's,
Like,
yeah, it's
some of those
fucking Alabama,
states,
somewhere.
It's like, wait a
fucking
minute.
nuts. Yeah, what are you guys doing down there?
Well, you know what's
laws
even
from like
weirder?
1740.
Yeah, you know what's even weirder is that the states where you can still marry your first cousin are not southern states, like where it's legal to marry your first cousin. It's mostly
North Dakota?
northeastern states.
Really?
Well, think about it. Like it clicked
Where
in my
they
head.
settled, I guess, right? So
Well, they got
had to-
settled, but also like the English aristocracy, well, you know, at the formation of the country was still they were still and those people like to inbreed to keep the money in the
Right,
family.
keep
Like,
it in the
the royal
family.
family, every person in the royal family marries their first cousin. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just that's why you look like Prince Charles, all fucked up in the head, you know, all cancered out and the
Mm-hmm.
sausage fingers.
His fingers are fucked up, huh?
Weird, yeah.
That's some weird shit.
Weird shit. But I think that's why they kept it. It's like, oh, you know, because for land and property purposes, you know, if I marry my second cousin, it always stays in the family.
Right.
In the South, they're like, no.
Yeah.
But the underage thing is fucking wild in the South.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you go a little further south to, you know, Honduras, and it's like 11.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Some countries it's dark.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well, I think Iraq just upped it to 9 or some. Did you can marry a 9-year-old? Something crazy.
Seriously?
Something crazy.
That's fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
the Middle Eastern states really don't respect women at all, or children for that matter.
Really?
Obviously,
I hadn't heard.
I heard good things. Really? It's the first time. Heard you can beat them over there.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
Dude, so much fun hearing about Thailand. Thanks for coming back in, brother.
Hell yeah. Thanks
Where
for
can
having
people
me,
find
man.
you?
Find me at Jesiolowski on Instagram, Gzalowski, and I also run High Proof Comedy.
Yes, sir.
High Proof Comedy on Instagram. Run the show once a month, every second Tuesday of the month.
Yeah, I'll tag all this stuff obviously in the show credits and on the clips. Mikey, Happy New Year.
Always.
Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Seem okay. Happy New Year, brother. Thanks for listening,
man.
guys. Obviously, follow me at Randy Valero. Follow the podcast at Ready Set Blow. All the shit I'm supposed to say, but I don't. Love you guys. Peace.